Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Kelly, Las Vegas. It's your girl. You know what it is. So, something that has really been on my mind, which I almost talked about yesterday in the last video, but it just keeps coming up for me. And aside from the fact that it's obviously a huge trigger and an enormous pet peeve, we're going to talk about real friendships, real relationships with other individuals in general. A lot of people get confused when you use the word relationship because they automatically tend to associate that with something romantic. It doesn't have to be. This also can apply to friendships. This can apply to coworkers. This can apply to just any interaction you have with another human. Okay? This also plays into what I talked about yesterday as far as being yourself, being you, and no matter who's watching kind of thing. So this is a continuation of that, but the other topic that I was trying to refrain from because it would have just gotten way too long, but I mean, it's happening anyway. And it happens so often near me to the point where if I don't say something about it, I'm probably going to explode. So instead of lashing out at said trigger, I figured I would do this, right? Better idea. But anyway, so going back to being your authentic self at all times, I cannot stress this enough. Be you no matter who's watching, okay? I don't care what anybody else's opinion of you is. Be the you that fits you. That being said, don't adapt to every situation that you're next to. And for those of you who don't understand what I'm talking about, when you're hanging out with this friend, you have this personality. Then when you're hanging out with this friend, you have this personality. And then when you hang out with this friend, you have this personality. Or all of a sudden, all of your ideals match whoever you're standing next to. Don't be like that. It's absolutely, first of all, it's exhausting for the people around you because the people who know you and spend the most time with you don't know what to think of you. Then on top of that, nobody gets a clear understanding of you, not even yourself, because at that point, you no longer are thinking for yourself. You're thinking for whoever is nearby at the time. Now, there is a time and place to, maybe, I don't want to say refrain from being yourself all the time. More so like there's a time and a place to, I guess, let me give an example and then you'll kind of see where I'm going. Like if you're in an interview and normally you probably have a sailor's mouth. Okay, well, this wouldn't be the time to exercise that during an interview. That's not saying that you're changing your personality. It's that you're making sure you make the best impression to show off your best qualities and maybe not so much your lackadaisical one, if that makes sense. And again, none of these things are bad. It's just be you all the time. It's all about coming back to the main point, which is first of all, don't dim your light to fit in. Don't dumb yourself down to fit in. Don't just like what everybody likes around you to fit in. Have those boundaries for yourself. Accept the fact that you're not always going to agree with everybody and not everybody's always going to like you. You also have to be okay with the fact of letting people dislike you, letting your presence make them uncomfortable, because whatever it is that's making them uncomfortable is something within themselves that they're uncomfortable with. It's not necessarily you or what it is you're doing. Now, when I speak of my own pet peeve about it, I have someone near me that does not, I feel like they've lost their sense of self, even more so before I probably met them. They've just progressively gotten worse and worse, but it has a lot to do with the nature of the crowd that they're around. Their ideals match every single person. It can be 10 people walking in at different points in the day, And I guarantee you that person's opinion is going to agree with every single person that comes in there. You will rarely hear this person disagree with anybody, even if that's how they really feel. And it's so uncomfortable for me because I am the type to, I guess, make others uncomfortable with my disagreements. And it's not in the sense of being combative or anything like that. It's just I'm very secure and very solid in my belief systems and, how I carry myself. I know how to agree to disagree with someone. I have no problem admitting if I'm wrong, something like that. But at the same time, I'm not going to be phony about it. I'm not going to be fake about it. You're always going to get the same version of me, no matter when, where, why, how you meet me. No matter what, you will always get the same version. You will always get the same types of answers. You will always get the same type of conversation. You will always get the same type of aura for, the more esoteric side. You're always going to get that same version of myself. And I feel like there are a lot of empty vessels walking around because all they're doing is latching on to the closest person next to them, as opposed to setting those, individualistic qualities for themselves. And a lot of people don't know what those are. I work a lot with, I stopped doing my website. I explained that when I first came back 2 videos ago. It's official. I'm not doing every day though. I'm not doing every day. Well, so far it's kind of going into every day because I think about this stuff every day, but I guess when it gets really, really hard, that's when these videos are coming. But as I was saying, I haven't been doing social media. I stopped doing my, I guess I would call it like a self-help website, and I stopped helping with those things. I actually focused on, as well as myself, focused on, just a couple set of clients and left it at that. I am opening that back up for anybody who feels the need as far as like what I'm talking about now. You need help figuring out what those things are for you that make you you. And a lot of people don't understand what that means. I'm here to help with that. I'm here to help with, centering yourself, working on yourself more, achieving the goals, the big goals, the major goals. A lot of people, their life goals that they're trying to achieve. I'm here for more so things like that. But as I again said prior, the point is to get the messages out to the people that need to hear them. The people who are, less likely to come approach you and ask you for help. It's more like, let me find a neutral source that doesn't really know me, doesn't really know my circle. And it honestly makes my job easier because it gets me in touch with you one-on-one, just you. And a lot of people, again, don't know how to do that on their own, and they need that guidance. So that's what I'm here for. And that's what the message here, as far as today, is a very short one, but that's what the whole point of this is. I want people to understand that it's okay to be yourself. And sometimes you have to be okay with people hating you. Hate is a strong word, but unfortunately, the world that we live in, that's the word that is used. But you have to be okay with not everybody liking you all the time. You're not on this planet to be liked all the time. You're on this planet to do what makes you happy. It's about you. Nobody's living your life but you. Nobody's walking in your shoes but you. Nobody is having those thoughts that bother you or that make you happy, whatever those things are. That is all an internal thing. Nobody else can deal with that, do that, work with that but yourself. And when more people start realizing that, maybe we can have a different outcome as far as the whole collective of the planet. But that's a whole nother subject. Anyway, so my biggest trigger, obviously, if you ever meet me in the street, don't agree with me. Don't patronize me if you really don't agree. Like, please be you so that I know who I'm dealing with. Because guess what? If you don't know you, how's anybody else going to know you? Just saying. Inspire daily, empower daily. Repeat that process once a day, every day. And I'll see you in the next video.